Hello everyone, welcome to my sewing room and welcome to my channel Stash Stitcher. I'm Kim, and in my sewing room this week I haven't done very much because I have had a raging toothache and it has totally floored me, and because also it's been very cold here, all I've wanted to do is to snuggle up on the sofa and feel thoroughly sorry for myself and watch terrible TV. And I did that for a few days and I realised that I really needed to get motivated, and I was waiting for my dentist appointment, which I went to, and thankfully it's all sorted out now and I am feeling a lot better. It's amazing how much a toothache can totally drain you, and I really did not want to do any sewing at all. But I have done a few bits, and I do apologise for not posting last week because I was in the throe of self-pity and didn't get an opportunity to record, and also I don't know how to tell you that I'm not around for that week. I see community posts go up and with other sewers saying, you know, apologies, not posting this week because this, that and the other. I haven't got a clue how to do that. So I hope none of you were worried, but yes, I'm back in full swing. The first thing I want to show you is a test garment I made for my daughter. Now, my daughter works in an office and she is always very reluctant when I offer to make her things. Probably because all the things I make are very colourful and a little bit out there, and she is very muted in her colour palette. So she said, "Mum, I would really like you to make me a white shirt for work." Okay, so what I said is I will make you a shirt, but it's not going to be white. I'm going to use whatever fabric I have in my stash to do a test garment, and whether you want to wear it or not, it doesn't bother me. It's just for me to test out the sizing. So this is what I made her. So it's shocking pink, not her colour at all, but she has tried it on and she said actually it's quite nice. So I thought, you never know, she might wear it. But it was all about the fit, and this is the M6747 shirt. I have made lots of these in the past for myself, but she wanted the one with the princess seams. So it's got the princess seams on the front and the back, and they just give, those seams just sort of give more shape to the shirt. It sort of comes in at all the right places. So as a test garment, it's worked out really well. I will make a few little tweaks because she's quite tall, and with being tall, she's also got longer arms. So I know I will extend the arms slightly and just bring the bodice down slightly as well, so that the waist is a little bit lower down for her. But apart from that, it's a really good first test garment. So I promised her I will make her a white one, so I will go and find some 100% cotton, because this is poly cotton and you can really feel the polyester in it. So it's all right for this time of year because it's, you know, it's cold, and it's all right as a first garment. So I'm not really too bothered. Whether she wears it or not will be another matter. But I was just chuffed that she asked me to make her something. So now I've got a shirt that works for her, you know, with a few slight tweaks, then the floodgates have opened. So here we go. So the next thing I finished was, I finished a few pairs of socks, and one of them had been ongoing for a while, so they're here. And these are just vanilla socks, and vanilla, for those who don't know about sock knitting, is just a basic sock pattern. And I use this pattern over and over again, and I just use lots of different yarns and I mix and match yarns, and sometimes I throw in a bit of my own pattern, all that, which I have done with these. So these are I call them scrappy socks because it just allows me to use up some yarn that I had left over from previous sock make, and I use this other sort of multicolored yarn as well. So if you can see all of those beautiful colors in the socks, I've just put some of that color into the rib at the top to sort of make them a bit more sort of cohesive. And I decided then to also do a little lacy effect through the leg. Nothing special, just stitching two stitches together and putting the yarn over the needle. Pretty straightforward, nothing majorly complicated about it. And so these are my usual sort of length socks that I do, and I'm really into sock wearing season now. It's got so cold here that I wear socks throughout the day, and I also wear socks in the evening. So just to let you know, this yarn is actually from a company called Wool Warehouse, and it is Drops Fable yarn, and they do lots of different color combinations. And when I first started sock knitting, I literally bought probably about 15 balls of yarn, because it was cheap as chips. I think it was like £2 or £3 a ball, and I just thought, just buy some really cheap yarn, make up some socks. And I've still got some left, and I do visit it every so often and pick out some other colours, and it's really nice sock wool, even though it is as cheap as just a couple of quid. So that was my first pair of socks that I finished. Now, because my feet, I mean, I run cold, I'm always cold, and my feet are always cold in bed. So I do like to wear socks in bed. So I decided to make what I refer to as bed socks. And all they are is vanilla socks like the ones before, but they're just shorter in the leg. So I just put these on this sock block so you can see them a bit better. Right. So this yarn is one that I bought recently from the Knit and Stitch show, and it's by a company called The Wool Kitchen, and the colorway is Ground Control, and it's just got this steely grey, sorry, background with this vibrant sort of neon colors going through it. And you can see the colors there: orange, yellow, pink, and a tiny little bit of lime every so often, and it's striking. So all I did with this pair is just do a rib at the top. So I usually do 20 rows of rib, which is knit 2, purl 2, really short leg bit, 10 rows, and then I go into the heel and then the foot. And this just means that when I'm in bed, because they're so short, I can just flip them off when my feet get too hot, and usually do it subconsciously. I'm not even aware that I'm doing it. And when I wake up in the morning, they're usually, you know, on the floor. So I love them. Now, when I made these, my husband said to me, "Oh, I like them. I want some of them." So I'm actually knitting him a pair of bed socks now from some other yarn that I also bought from the Knit and Stitch show, and it's called Malachite, and it is vibrant blue. So when I finish those, I'm nearly finished. I was hoping to get them finished to show you today, but they will be finished very soon. So I will show you those before he starts wearing them. So that's my sock knitting. The next thing I finished was one of my whip projects. I showed you, I went through my whip box a couple of videos back, and I pulled out a couple that I really wanted to get finished. And one of them was this really beautiful Volkswagen van cushion. And to be honest with you, the front was already done. I had the back, it was already piped. So all I did was I put in a concealed zipper in the bottom, and then just stitched the back to the front. It took me about half an hour. It was no time at all. But this thing, believe it or not, has been sitting in my whip box for 2 years, and now it is finished. And she's lovely, she's very vibrant. Now this pattern is a free pattern from Tula Pink, and I will put a link to it, so if you want to do it, it's a really easy pattern to do. It's all from scraps from my scrap box, and the pattern actually provides the templates for all of the little parts that make up the van, and you just really sort of trace them out and cut your fabric out. And all I did with this is used heat and bond, so that just bonded it all together, and then I just stitched around each section. So if I bring it a bit closer, you might be able to see where it's stitched. Great fun, didn't take any time at all, but obviously it took me 2 years. So that was that, and that's out of my whip box, so I'm really, really pleased with that. In the sewing community, there is a challenge running that Alison from Sew Like Dotty does every year, and it's a gift to November 2025. So I'll put the hashtag at the bottom of the screen. She has been running this for a number of years, and I do try to do the challenge every year when I can. Because I was sort of hauled up on the sofa feeling sorry for myself last week, I haven't done as much as I was hoping, but I have made a start. And I know we're really at the very end of November now, so I've got a few days left to get some more of these things done. And these things are placemats. So I've been stash busting again, because these Tula Pink fabrics are out of my stash box, and I just thought I would make up some of these placement mats. Now, I made some of these last year for Christmas in Christmas fabric, and I thought I would make some more with just the Tula Pink fabric, because they're so vibrant and I just love a colour. So I've made this one and I've made this one. So I've only got 2 at the moment. I do have all the fabrics cut out for, I think, another 4. I don't know whether I'm going to get another 4 finished by the end of the month, but I will have a good go at it. And once I've done as many as I can before the deadline that's been set, which is, I think it's the 30th of November. I think there's 30 days in November, but they need to be posted on Instagram with the hashtag, and also with Alison's tag. You need to tag Alison in So Like Dotty to ensure that she knows that you've posted and you've completed the challenge. Now, Alison has been running this challenge for a number of years, and she has some amazing sponsors. And one of the prizes in particular is a sewing machine. I mean, that is just mind-blowing. So it would be amazing to win something like that. But I'm just happy to be involved in the community and to share my creative makes with everybody else, just like we all are. And to win anything is just a bonus. So I'm going to hopefully get another few of these finished in the next couple of days. So I've got a set of at least 4, but in the end I will probably make 6. I do have somebody in mind for them, but I don't want to say who they're for yet, because they watch my videos. So yeah, I just love them. And to be honest with you, if you don't like the fronts of them, you could just use the backs, because they're plain, well, they're plain patterned colours. There's sort of not too bad, is it? And this fabric actually came from a shirt that I made recently in my pattern matching video. So everything gets used up, and we're coming into that Christmas season as well, and all of these fabrics also would make really nice bunting, really colourful Tula Pink bunting. But yep, so they're my A Gift to November project, and hopefully I will get a few more of those finished before the challenge finishes at the end of the month. I was playing around on Instagram and I came across this really lovely sewing challenge, which starts on the 1st of December, and it is a Nightingale zipper case. And when I saw it, I thought, actually, that would make a really nice Christmas present. And the pattern comes with a tutorial which is released over 5 days. So it starts on the 1st of December and it's run by a company called Centre Street Quilts. And you have to go and buy the pattern. So I bought the pattern and they give you a little schedule of what you need to do in advance of the first sew along on Monday, the 1st of December. So I will put up some images so you can see what it's all about. And you need to get everything cut out and prepared for the first sew along on the Monday, and then it goes, each sew along is released each day, and then hopefully by the end of the 5 days the sew alongs will have been finished and you will have a finished case. Now all the sew alongs have been pre-recorded, so it means that you don't actually have to do them as and when she releases them. I can't remember the lady's name, but you can just do them as and when you have time. So I thought, even though I have bought the pattern, I can actually do sew alongs as I want, but I'm hoping to sort of do it as each video is released and share my finished zipper case at the end of it, because it's such a nice case. I thought it'd be really good for a friend who does a lot of traveling, and it's got lots of pockets, and oh yeah, it's really nice. So I will put images up, so hopefully you've seen them. So that's the next project I'm going to be working on through December. So a couple of months ago, I joined a online sewing community, and this was created by Hayley from Sew Hayley Jane, and it's called ThreadySetGo. Now, when I heard about it a couple of months ago, I thought I'd just go in and see what it's all about, and I joined as a free member. And I really enjoyed the friendly, supportive environment. And I decided to go from a free membership up to a paid subscription because I wanted to join the weekly sewing socials, because my world is quite solitary. My job is solitary. I have clients that come to the house and they are usually one-on-one, and then they go. And obviously my husband's here, we bumble around the house together, and then I have my sewing. So I come up to my sewing room, and that in itself can be quite a solitary hobby. And I thought, I really want to join sewing socials because I am a little bit shy and introverted, and it's quite nice to just talk to other creatives and chat. And initially when I joined, these people were strangers, but now they're friends, and I love catching up with everybody at the sewing socials as and when I can join them, because I can't sadly join them every week because of clients. But I absolutely love it. And Hayley asked me a couple of weeks ago whether I would be an ambassador, and to be totally honest with you, I was my instinct was to back away because I don't like to draw attention to myself. I know it sounds really weird because I'm on YouTube, but I don't like to draw attention to myself at all. I'm usually somebody who is the quiet one in the back, in the dark, in the corner, who doesn't say anything. But in my sewing world, I just want to share stuff with people, and this community has really helped me be part of an ever growing, very supportive, friendly group of people, and I'm really enjoying it. So I actually agreed to being an ambassador, which surprised me because It's not something I would normally do. So I have a discount code for you. So if you decide to join as a paid subscriber, you will get 10% off your subscription. But if, like me, you just want to see what it's all about, join free. Have a look, see whether it's something you like. And if you find that you want more, then subscribe, and you can decide, you know, it will open up different features and you can decide whether, you know, you want to join in or not. It is totally up to you how involved you want to get. But I just find the environment is really friendly, and I'm loving it, and I will continue to enjoy it for as long as it piques my interest and I get something back from it. So hopefully I will see you on a sewing social, or, you know, maybe help you, or you can help me on a tip or a technique that you have, because it is such a friendly and supportive environment, and I hope you get as much out of it as I do. So I thought I'd finish off my video by talking about my sewing plans. Now, I have been making the McCall's 8121 jacket, and I've been documenting my sort of progress through that. It's not finished at the moment, so I'm hoping by next week, when I'm ready to post again, it will be finished, and I will be sharing with you that make and all of the ups and downs I'm having with it, because believe me, at the moment I'm going through a bit of a down, so I'm trying to suss that one out. But come back next week and hopefully you will see a beautifully finished biker jacket. And this jacket I've made to go with my Easy Does It skirt from Pattern Emporium and my pattern match shirt that I made, and I just want it to finish off that look because I'm going for more completed outfits. So fingers crossed, next week I will have that and you will see that coming shortly. As usual, I'm working on lots of other things. I'm looking around because I've got so much stuff out. I have those days where I can't seem to concentrate on one thing. So I work on something and then I think, I've had enough of that. And then I'll go off and I'll play with something else. And that's just the way I like to work. I have to work on what I'm feeling at that particular time. And though sometimes it looks like I've got a hell of a lot going on in my room, and I generally have. My husband always says to me, my God, how can you work in this chaos? But I love chaos because I know where everything is. So for me, it's organized chaos, and it's just the way I'm creative. But hopefully next week I will have my biker jacket completed and I will share my experience with you. So I think that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed the content, and if you have and you haven't subscribed, subscribe and give me a thumbs up or comment. I love reading your comments. My morning ritual is to answer the comments that have come in overnight, and at the moment I'm managing to keep on top of them. So I love it when you share what you're making, and I just love you all. So definitely comment and definitely come back next week. And if you remember, don't forget to hype. That's really important in getting my creative content out to other people that would enjoy it. So until next time, have a fabulous week. Keep as warm as you can, because I'm struggling a bit, but at least I've got my bed socks. And I will see you all very soon. Take care.